right. So it's just six quick questions. Uh, so first I'm gonna ask you, what it's asking is, your job title and the place of employment.
Okay, so Sam, again, thank you so much, yeah, for this opportunity, to be part of your school project. So I'm honored, really. I am. My name is Selma Jacinto Dominguez, and I moved in US almost 9 years. I will say 8 years and a half. So I'm now a business owner. I'm an author, and I'm inspirational speaker and a leadership educator and empowerment coach. So I really love what I'm doing now. But before before I became a business owner, my background is in education, um, politics, social science. I have a master's degree in social science and post-graduation in international policy, um, cooperation and development, and so many different trainings in education, in business, in teaching, in administration. And I speak 4.5 language, so I'm very fluent speaking in Portuguese, which is my native language, and Italian, which is considered my second language because I live in Italy for so many years, and now English. So the other language that I can understand very well is also Spanish, and I can speak a little bit, but I understand better in writing and speaking, in the listen, and a little French because I learned it when I was a little. My father, he was working in a French company, so we were learning a lot of French. So that's the language I consider my half because I learned it so long ago and I didn't practice it, and just it's somewhere on my subconscious mind.
Mm. All right, I'll start off with the first question. It is describe your typical workday.
Well, when you say describe your typical work day, I will think in this way. If it's normal, the way I describe my typical work day needs to be very strategic and well planned, and needs to take me to the next level. So normal, I tell myself my successful typical work day is when I have my agenda. Normal, I do my meditation first, from 6:30 to 8 a.m., 8:30. I have to do that. That's how I plan my work day. And then I start working on my to-do list, on my agenda, the things that I have to do, or if it's interviewing someone, writing or reading a book, or preparing for my programs and for my speaking engagements. I also do speaking engagements and making connection with the other people. And since I'm still um, on the first stage of my business, so right now, my typical successful work day is really more like administrative, trying to set the business, of up and running, which is more administrative, and social media marketing, and connect with the people, and having mentorship, networking, and trying to work on the list of my clients. Yeah, that's my typical work day. Mhm.
All right. The next one is, what do you enjoy most about your career and current position?
Oh, wow. I love that. Being myself, you know. I love to teach. I love to empower people. I love to inspire people. And when I do that, I'm happy because give me so much energy, and I really enjoy doing. And I truly believe that if someone wants, to find happiness doing the job they're doing, you need to find something that you love to do. Doesn't mean that I always did work on the environment that I love it. No, I had to, let's say, earn, because you have to discover first what you really like to do. I work in the bank before. It wasn't a job that I ever did. That was my first time. But I love it, the learning experience, because I knew that would take me to my next level. And now I'm in the stage of my first stage of my speaking and transformational business. And I love what I'm doing and give me happiness when I wake up in the morning and I know that I will work on the business I love and the things I do because I love to inspire people. Yeah, that's making me happy.
That's great. I love that answer. I
Oh,
can't I'm gonna make a whole paragraph just about that answer right there. That's
oh, thank
amazing.
you. Thank you so
All
much.
right. The next one's gonna be the exact opposite. What do you dislike about your career or current position?
Well, yeah, this question is very interesting. Whereas dislike is not knowing a lot, you know, about my, uh, let's say, about all the business foundation, because being a business owner, it's not my background. I'm a learning here how to be a business owner, and it's a challenge, you know because you as a business owner, you don't have all the answer. You need to make research every single day. You need to figure it out every single day. You will make a lot of mistake. You will lose a lot of money. I lost a lot of money just to get the right answer, you know. And for me, really what I don't like, it's not to knowing. And I like to know where I'm going. I like to know what I'm doing and how I can do better. So that's one of my things that I'm saying, oh wow, I don't know that. But I ask always myself, how can I know this? So I start making research, digging, reading books, making questions to other people's, and go online and trying to find the person that have the answers for me. Yeah, and just really trying to figure out the right answer so I can move to the next level. Yeah, not knowing, that's the thing I don't like on my business because I like to know.
Ha have you ever seen the movie Pursuit of Happiness? It has
Oh
Will
yes,
Smith.
yes, I love
That's
that movie.
that's exactly like that scene where he was at the job interview and he said to him, "If I don't know the answer, I'll tell you that, but I will find out the answer." That's
Mhm.
exactly how you just explained it. I love that.
Oh,
That's
thank you.
incredible.
Thank you.
All right. The next one is what challenges or barriers did you have to overcome to get to your position?
Oh, wow. A lot. First of all, as I mentioned before, I just moved here in US almost 9 years ago, 8 years and a half. And I had no English background, you know. And I moved here with my three kids as a single mom, just knowing one person in the whole state of Kentucky. So, and at 35 years old, this was one of my biggest challenge. It's like learning a new language at that age. A lot of people would say, oh, still young, but well, still 35, and when you know other languages, your brain is just touched. It's like popcorn, you try to get the right one, but your brain is trying to go to Italian and Portuguese, and you want to speak in English, and then your brain went to translate. So it's a whole process. This was one of my biggest challenge. And the other challenge also was not to knowing my new environment. I had to learn everything. I remember myself like feel like a child, really learning how to write again and how to read again, which is how to say A in English, how to say B. And I felt like, oh my goodness, I just moved it from a master degree to a first grade. you know really learning everything. And the other challenge was get to know new people, you know. How do you get to know new people when you're still learning the language, learning the culture, trying to figure out everything, trying to help your kids at school, and yeah, and really understand how the work environment, you know, and how understand how your how you will succeed in this kind of new environment that you are now, and what's the best way to succeed, and just trying to quiet all the noises, you know, and find the right networking for you. So I met a lot of people that I didn't want to meet, but that was necessary for myself to be where I am today. Now I'm able to choose and say, you know, that's kind of networking that's will not work for me, because I know what's there, you know, what they want to do, you know. So yeah, those was really big challenge for me. It's really not to knowing and just starting from scratch with no English background and no connection, no professional connection, no personal connection, just one person, and be a single mom with 3 kids trying to figure out and put them at school and educating them here as well. So those were, yeah, were most of my biggest challenge here.
That's what I love so much about you and your story is I've always known America to be the land of opportunity, and
Mhm.
I see so many people my age and older who've grown up here and have had so much more opportunity than you or I, who've come from, rich backgrounds and wealthy families, and they don't take advantage of the opportunity. And then I hear about you and how you came to this country at 35 with kids, a single mother, and you took advantage of every opportunity and made it your own. And that's what I love so much about your story
Thank you
is
so much. I appreciate it. Yeah.
yeah,
And I tell people really they should appreciate how much American it's an amazing place, you know, for you to grow. First of all, you have a public school which is free, and you can learn so many things, you know. In my country or in other development country, you don't have this kind of opportunity. You don't have even like a guarantee that you can go to school unless your parents fight a lot. My parents, they had to fight a lot just for me to have the, you know, high school education when I was living in my original country. So here in America, you all have a lot of opportunity, and really, you know, American people should embrace with all heart, you know, all the opportunity they have. It just, even just the freedom for you to choose and say, I don't want to do that. I will do this career. I want to be this in the future. I want to be that in a person. That's why when we came here in US, we see all this kind of opportunity like, oh wow, I can invest in myself as a person, you know, I can learn more, I can read a book, I can go to the library without anyone follow me or without anyone say, why are you reading those kind of books? And you just feel so much freedom. It's like, I want to invest in myself. You know, there is so much opportunity, and we all should really embrace in a way for you to have the better life you can have, you know, because you deserve as a person, you know, everyone deserves to have a better life. And we don't have this kind of opportunity in my original country. We don't, you know, that's so being here, it's a great opportunity for myself and my kids as well, you know. And I still have this kind of dream that I want also to be able, when my business is at a certain level, go and help other women's, you know, in development country, and help them understand that they can be better, you know, they can be the best person they can be, so they can be happy and build their lives and their children's life, you know. Yeah, it's a great opportunity.
yeah, that's definitely one of the things I see, especially with the stuff going on with the border right now of
Mhm.
Mexico and America, and how a lot of immigrants are trying to illegally come into the country. And whenever I get in these like arguments with people about it, I always tell them I'm like, do you know how it is down there in Mexico with the cartels and people getting killed? It's like if you were down there, I guarantee you, you'd be doing whatever you can to hop that fence and get into America. So I like it. One of my big all-time goals
Mm-hmm.
would be to like help Mexico get to the status of America or even Canada for that matter, and
Yeah.
help get rid of the cartels and build their economy and give them opportunities. You know, I always get in these arguments with people of why people from other countries want to come to America. It's like because if you've seen their country, you'd understand why they want to.
Yeah,
But
because
people from
American is
America,
safe. That's true. I was when I was living in Angola after moving from Italy to Angola, I was kidnapped, in at 6 p.m. I saw my life so um fragile, because you don't have the safety that you have here. So people, when we immigrate to America, we are looking also for safety, a place where you can even just do the very simple thing, which is walking at night, walking at 6 p.m. without feeling that you'll be kidnapped or something like that. You are so
yeah,
right, Sam. You are so right in asking this question. Do you know how is to live there? It's hard. No one's wants to live in a place where you don't feel safe, where you don't have opportunities. No one's want to do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody who lives in America and has never really like visited these countries could truly understand. Even me, I've never been outside this country,
Hmm.
so I couldn't even like take a minute to understand what you or other people from different countries who've immigrated to America possibly could have gone through. So that's why I'm so interested in your story. That's why I read your book. Is just
Oh,
because
thank you so much. Thank
that
you, Sam.
that
Thank you.
your whole story is just inspiring, and I always try to get other people who argue with me about people coming to America. I always try to get them to understand, like, if you've seen what it's like, if you've seen videos or news stories, then take a minute to see from their perspective. So
Oh,
that
yeah.
that's definitely
They
something.
they will be surprised and
Of course.
scared.
Oh yeah, I couldn't even imagine. But we got two more questions left.
Mhm.
This next one is, what skills do you feel are most important for a position in your field?
That's a good question. Leadership skills, that's very important, because why I say leadership skill and the way I consider leadership. When I talk about leadership, I just don't talk about be able to lead the other people, but also be able to lead yourself, you know, because you are the first person to lead you. If you can lead yourself, you'll be able to lead other person. If you can't lead yourself, you will not be able to lead the other person. You just can't, because you have to know how to make the right decision and to know when to make the right decision. You have to know what is best for you, the same way how you need to know what is best for the other person. It's like having team, you know. If you are leading your team and you are unsure about the decision you need to make, your team has more percentage of failure than succeed, just because you as the leader, you don't have the confidence you needed, you know. And the other skill that I consider also very important is self-confidence. I know some people will say, no, but self-confidence is not a skill. Well, you need to learn how to be self-confident. You need to learn. Some people, they can say, oh, I was born confident. Okay, that's great. But something is being confident in your personal life, and other thing is being confident as a professional. So you need to learn the skill to be confident in your profession as a professional. so you can transmit the confidence on the people that you are working with, and also on your kids and in your family, because everything is around like energy. If you are confident, people will feel that you are confident. But you have also to learn how you can learn to be confident. Well, you can read more books, you can make more research, you can talk with other people that they're more confident, and really just to build your confidence from the inside out. So this is also one of the skills I really consider. And the other one is also management, first management. So my philosophy is really all around everything start with you first before you go out. First of all, self-management. I know can be a challenge, myself included, because I I'm the kind of person I love to do so many things at the same time. And I need to work on, certain things. But if you are able to recognize that you need to work on your self-management, you'll be more able to understand other people perspective when they say, oh, it's so challenge for me to manage my time. And they'll say, oh, I can help you with that, because I find myself struggling to manage my time sometimes. Instead of, feeling that you don't have any self-management with yourself, how can you also understand the other person perspective? And my other skill also is communication. How you communicate tells everything. I love to say this, and I also tell to my kids, the first impression is very important. And one of the things that always helped me, and I tell also to my kids, it's like if someone invites you, you have to think that this is the only moment that you have with that person. That's kind of opportunity just will happen one time. So you need to be your best. And when you communicate, you need to communicate in a way that the other person will not just understand you, but will feel you, all your confidence, because of the way you speak, of the words you say, and the way how you present yourself. When when I move it, a lot of people, they were like saying to myself, oh, Selma, you have accent. When people will hear your accent. And I remember answered this to one of the person I say to me, they will not have time to think about my accent, because the way how I will talk and how I will present themselves, they will feel my confidence, and they will feel that I know who I am as a person. So communication and how you communicate, it's a very important skill. But it's not just communicate and open your mouth and say whatever you want to say. No, it's to say the right words and answer the right question. That's how you communicate. Yeah, this is one of my skill. And let me see, because I have so many other points. Let me see if I can remember one other skill, which is consider important. Oh, interpersonal skills. This is also important. Multi-relationship skills. Be able to connect with people from different kind of backgrounds, and understand this perspective. And you have the skills too, you have this quality, because you are able to understand, and connect with people from different background, from different experience. It's very important. And I will say that I'm at the level where I am now because of those skills. Some of them I had to develop very deep, just like reading and listen and, you know, making research, talking with the people that I want to be, um, and work on my communication skill. For example, learning English, I had to learn how to work more on my communication skills, you know, and also on my interpersonal skills in English, because the way how you communicate in different language is different. The way how I communicate in English is different. The way I communicate in Portuguese is different. The way I communicate in Italian, completely different, you know. And when you understand all those three different cultures, you are more able to understand their own perspective, you know, interpersonal skills. You are able, and multicultural skills, you are able to talk in the way they talk in their own language. So you need to develop interpersonal skills and multicultural relation skills. Yeah, those are all the important skills for me. I may
I
have more,
love that
but those
answer.
are the keys.
If you have any more after we finish up, please text them to me and I will add those in. I loved all those, so those will go perfectly. But
Oh, wonderful.
the the last question I have is, as a college student, what do I really need to know to be successful?
You need to trust yourself. You need to learn how to trust yourself, yeah, to be successful. And be curious, you know, be curious. If I, for example, if I say you something can be right, but cannot be right, you need to be curious to say, oh, I heard this. Let me make more research. Let me ask more questions. So you can, you know, be in a place where you feel like comfortable. And also the other things for you to be successful as a college student, never, 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 never give up. Never. Keep pursuing, keep pursuing. And the more you do, the more you get better, the more clarity you get. Taking action, action, asking questions, you know, be curious. What I learned is that the more you pursue, the more you ask questions, the more you take action, the more clarity you have, and the more you find what you really love to do. And don't, and when you finish college, don't just stay there, you know, keep growing. Yeah, really keep growing, keep growing, keep growing. And you will be in a place where you say, oh, wow, I'm done with this area. So where I can do more? And you just ask, where I can do more now? Oh yeah, I can do that. And you just keep growing, keep growing, keep going, keep inventing, you know, keep inventing, reinventing, inventing, reinventing. And you will not feel like bored, or you will not feel like you are at the top of your knowledge, because I truly believe that no one is at the top of their knowledge unless they want to be at that level,
Mhm.
you know? Yeah, just, yeah, and keep find yourself, keep exploring your curiosity, you know, your knowledge. But being curious is very important. Yeah, being curious is very important. The more curious you are, the more you will learn, and you will not stop learning. Be a student forever and just keep digging. And
I
you
love that
will
answer.
that. Thank you.
That is great. Well, that's all the questions I have. I loved all your responses to the questions. That's gonna help me out a lot with this project. So I really, really appreciate that from you.
Oh, that's
But
amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm honored, and I'm so happy you know, you have this project, and all the answer I gave to you, it's really from my life experience, you know, and I
mhm,
share the same vision with my kids, you know, and many people they say, "Oh, well, Selma, look your kids." Yeah, oh, okay, I understand. They follow, you know, they follow their moms, you know, because it's so important. I learned, you know, from my experience, from growing, from asking questions. And yeah, that was my life, that was my reality, and I kept learning and I kept growing and I want to grow more, you know. So it's
Hmm.
my honor, really. I'm so happy we did that. Thank
Yeah.
you so much, Sam.
All right. Well, it's almost 10:05. Uh, I still have to do I still have to do my math final,
Oh,
and
okay,
then I
yeah.
have to finish up this project. It's not due till Thursday, so you could
I
send the
I
this
will send
video
you the
today.
bit like after the recording is on the computer. Yeah, it's the only I will send to you. I think will
All
take
right.
maybe between 5 to 6 minutes until they, Zoom convert the recording, and I just send to you. Yeah, that's
All right. There's no rush, so take your time. I know you're busy, so I don't want to put any time on it. You're good. So, but thank you so much. I really really appreciate this. So,
Thank you so much, Sam. Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate you. Thank you. So
all
I
right. We'll
will.
talk to you soon. All right.
Okay, see you soon. Stop
All right.
recording.
Bye.